Hi there. So I was unable to find a doctor that would speak with me. They all told me, oh yeah, I'll call you back, and then they never did. So I interviewed a nurse up on my labor and delivery unit. Her name is Charmaine Roush. She's absolutely amazing, and she's actually one of the directors up on the unit. So I thought she would be a pretty good one to talk to. So I went into this assignment wanting to know more of her view on midwifery, because I get a lot of pushback on my own unit when I mention, midwifery model of care and natural birth and home birth, and everybody tells me that it's unsafe. So I wanted to know what her opinion on that was, given that she experiences birth every single day. So I started out by asking her, what are your views on midwifery? How do you feel about midwifery and the career field of a professional midwife delivering in an out-of-hospital setting? And she told me that she thinks it's absolutely amazing. She loves that there's people out there that believe and trust in the woman's ability to give birth naturally without a lot of outside interventions, and that she is 100% supportive of the career. Next, I asked her, well, then why didn't you choose midwifery over nursing? Why did you go into nursing? And she told me that had she known that these options were available for midwifery care, that she maybe would have looked into those career fields more. But she wasn't absolutely aware that those were options, so she went with nursing. So I asked her about the rates of intervention on the floor and how involved the staff was in the whole process. And I was finally able to get some of those statistics that I was needing, 2 months ago, but better late than never. So I got the rates these are for 2020 up until this point. So the C-section rates were 22.1%, epidural rates are 71.8%, episiotomy was 0.8%, there were no maternal deaths and 1 neonatal death, 5.5% vacuum-assisted births, and 0.79% were forceps-assisted. The induction rate was far too high at 42.3%. And then the one statistic that I actually was happy to hear was the NPO status, because I know a lot of moms are put NPO during their delivery, but they need that food and that energy. So, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, it was really good for me to realize that they're not put on NPO up on my floor. Let's see, what else did we talk about? We talked about that induction rate. I asked her, what are the reasons for induction? Why is the induction rate so high? What do you think it's so high? And she told me that she believes a lot of it is for convenience between the doctors and the mothers, but also they want more control in the delivery. And there's kind of malpractice. They don't want the mothers going too far past their due date for, post-date related issues. So I thought that was pretty crazy. I guess I knew that one of our doctors induced a lot because I've had a few coworkers birth with him, but I guess I just wasn't super aware that it was mostly just for convenience. But yeah, so it was really good to talk to somebody in the medical model of care and hear that she very firmly believes in the natural process of birth, but given her position and being employed by the hospital, there's not really a whole lot she can do. She is one of the directors, so she can play a pretty big role in kind of pushing for the more natural care up on her floor. But ultimately it's up to the doctors, as they are the ones in charge of the birth. So yeah, I'm excited to see what changes that she tries to implement in making the births a little more natural up on her unit. She did tell me that that's something that she was looking into. So Yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to talk to her and to see that there's other people within the medical model that agree with the midwifery model and that they're not totally against it. And yeah, it was super informative. So thanks for watching. I hope that this was informative for you. Thank you.